Hi students, continuation topic of discussion of behavioral design patterns. In that we discussed previous class encapsulating variation objects as arguments, and finally should communication be encapsulated or distributed. And now we look at this, the last final concept, decoupling senders and receivers. Decoupling in the sense separating the how the senders and receivers will collaborate the objects directly. Okay, now we can look at this. When collaborating objects refer to each other directly, they become dependent on each other, and that can have an adverse impact on the layering and reusability of a system. In the sense, whenever we collaborate those objects, it should be directly they become dependent on each other, and that can have other impact on that particular layering and reusability. Again and again we have to reuse that particular system. The command, observer, mediator and chain of responsibility, these patterns address how you can decouple, how you can decouple sender and receivers, but with different trade-offs. You can address those, how you can decouple the senders and receivers. The first of all, we seen the command design pattern. What it supports decoupling by using a command object. Listen carefully here, look at the diagram here. It decoupling by using a command object. Just we want to define the how the binding between a sender and receiver. Here look at the sender, an invoker. Okay, here action it will be performed a command object, and coming to the receiver, a receiver is the diagram. Okay, here the command look at this diagram. The command object provides a simple interface. Here the command object provides a simple interface for issuing the request, that is the execute operation. Okay, now just we are defining the sender receiver connection. Just we are defining the sender and receiver connection in a separate object. So let's the sender work with different receivers. The sender work with different receivers. It keeps the sender decoupled from the receiver. Listen carefully. It keeps the sender separate from the receiver. So we are making the senders easy to reuse. Okay, we are supposed to making senders easy to reuse. Moreover, you can reuse the command object to parameterize a receiver with different senders, So finally, the command design pattern requires a subclass for each sender and receiver connection. Okay, it need to require a subclass for each sender receiver connection. So finally, the pattern describes implementation techniques. The pattern describes implementation techniques that avoid subclassing. And coming to the observer design pattern, what that observer design pattern main intention? It decouples senders from sender is here. Look at the diagram here. Sender in the sense a subject, receiver in the sense an observer. Okay, an observer. Okay, look at this sender here, only one, a subject. Here so many receivers. Okay, we need to update the function. Okay, the observer design pattern decouples senders in the sense subjects from receivers in the sense observers, just by defining an interface for signaling the changes in subject. Here just the observer define a loser sender receiver binding in the sense linking, then command object. So since a subject may have multiple observers, yes exactly, sender may have multiple observers, and their number can vary at runtime, especially at runtime their number can vary. So mainly what we can see, the subject and observer interfaces in the observer design pattern are designed for communicating changes, or designed for communicating changes. So therefore finally the observer design pattern is best for decoupling object. It is best for decoupling the objects whenever there are a data dependencies between them, when there are data dependencies between them. So now we look at this diagram, we need to understand how the observer describes decouples senders from receivers just by defining an interface for signaling the changes in subject. Okay, and coming to the mediator design pattern, now look at the mediator design pattern. It decouples the objects by having them refer to each other. We are having them that, but we are refer to each other indirectly through a mediator object, indirectly through a mediator object. So what we say here, look at the diagram here, ma. All of you look at the diagram here. Sender or receiver, we can say a colleague, a mediator, and a mediator can have multiple senders or receivers. In the sense a mediator in the sense in between a mediator object, it routes request between a colleague objects and centralizes their communication. Exactly, we seen that a mediator object routes request between a colleague objects and centralizes their communication. Consequently, colleagues can only talk to each other. Colleagues can only talk to each other through the mediator interface. Okay, because this interface is fixed. ఈ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ అనేది ఫిక్స్ అయి ఉంటుందమ్మా. ఓకేనా, మీడియేటర్ అనేది ఏంది, కమ్యూనికేషన్ మధ్యలో ఉంటుంది. ఆ కొలీగ్స్ ద్వారా ఎలా సెండర్ రిసీవర్ ఎలా కమ్యూనికేట్ అవుతారో మనం తెలుసుకుంటాం. ఓకే, ద మీడియేటర్ మైట్ హ్యావ్ టు ఇంప్లిమెంట్ ఇట్స్ ఓన్ డిస్పాచింగ్ schemes. Yes, the mediator, it may have to how to implement its own dispatching structures for added flexibility. So finally the request can be encoded and arguments packed in such a way. Okay, request can be encoded, arguments can be packed in such a way that how the colleagues can request an open-ended set of operations. How we can perform those set of operations, it can request an open-ended. Okay, so finally the mediator design pattern can reduce subclassing in a system. It can reduce it can be degraded in a subclassing. Okay, it can be reduced subclassing in a system because it centralizes a communication behavior, in one class instead of distributing it among subclasses. Okay, in behavior in one class instead of distributing it among subclasses. However, we seen some ad hoc wireless dispatching structures schemes oftenly decrease type safety. So finally we seen this because the mediator design pattern centralizes communication behavior in one class instead of distributing it among subclasses. So finally, however, ad hoc dispatching schemes oftenly decrease the type safety. Okay, now coming to the chain of responsibility. What is the meaning of the chain of responsibility? The chain of responsibility, a pattern decouples the sender from the receiver just by passing the request along a chain of potential receivers. Here look at the diagram, all of you. Sender in the sense a client, receiver in the sense a handler. Just we need to set one operation here, handle help function. The chain of responsibility just decouples the sender from the receiver by passing the request along a chain of potential receivers. Since the interface between, listen carefully, since the interface between senders and receivers is fixed, here what the chain of responsibility, it may require a custom dispatching scheme. It may require a custom dispatching scheme, hence it has the same type safety. It has also same type safety drawbacks as mediator design pattern. So since the chain of responsibility is a best way to decouple the sender and the receiver. The chain of responsibility is a good way to decouple the sender and the receiver if the chain is already part of the system structure. If you know system structure, the system structure already it is a part of chain of responsibility, and one of several objects may be in a position. If you seen so many several objects, it may in a position how to handle that request. So moreover, we seen the pattern offers added flexibility. The chain of responsibility pattern offers added flexibility. It should be flexible or not in that the particular chain, so it can be changed or we can say extended easily. Okay, if you make it modify or reuse the pattern addresses the pattern added flexibility in that the chain, it can be changed or extended easily. Okay, it is the concept of a chain of responsibility. Just it decouples the sender from the receivers by passing the request along a chain of potential receivers. This is the concept of chain of responsibility. Okay, ma. Thank you, one and all.